What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, you could leap across centuries and land in the year 2400, on the surface of a planet humanity has transformed into a second Earth? Imagine standing there, your boots pressing into foreign soil, and the first thing you wonder is simple but terrifying. Can I breathe here? Before we explore that question, take a second to like this video. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And hit that subscribe button so you will never miss another journey through time and imagination. Only if you are really ready for it, of course. Now, let us step forward. You find yourself surrounded by a horizon that feels both alien and familiar. The sky has a faint tint of green mixed with blue, like Earth but filtered through a cosmic lens. The winds carry a strange scent, half metallic, half sweet, as if the planet itself had been polished and perfumed by centuries of engineering. You realize this is not a natural world. This is terraforming made real, a planet reshaped by human hands. And here you stand, about to inhale its atmosphere for the very first time. But let us pause for a moment. This is not just about curiosity, it is about survival. History tells us that explorers of the past often paid the price when stepping into unknown lands. Think of sailors arriving in the New World, breathing in air heavy with unknown pollen, encountering microbes that had never touched European lungs. Now imagine that same gamble, but on a world 200 million miles from Earth. The stakes infinitely higher. The question hanging over you is not just can I breathe, but should I breathe? And that is where our story truly begins. Before you take that first breath, let us rewind the story. How did this strange planet become breathable in the first place? The answer lies in one of humanity's most audacious dreams, terraforming. The concept is not new. It has haunted the pages of science fiction for centuries. Writers once imagined reshaping Mars, Venus, even Titan, into worlds with blue skies and green forests. But by the 23rd century, fiction turned into blueprint, and by 2400, blueprint became reality. Terraforming is more than just dropping seeds into alien soil. It is a symphony of science, patience, and stubborn will. Think about it, redirecting comets to crash into a barren world and release oceans, engineering bacteria to breathe out oxygen, constructing massive mirrors in orbit to trap sunlight. Every step is like rewriting the genetic code of a planet. And if Earth took billions of years to craft her perfect atmosphere, humanity tried to copy her recipe in just a few centuries. Of course, history tells us humans rarely build without conflict. Terraforming projects became battlegrounds not only of engineering but also of politics. Corporations fought over mining rights, nations clashed over who would control new worlds, and whispers spread of secret programs funded by groups with motives far stranger than profit. Some historians even claim that long before humanity, other civilizations may have attempted terraforming and failed. Were the ancient scars on Mars just natural erosion, or the remnants of a forgotten experiment? As you stand there in 2400, knowing this background makes the air around you feel even heavier. You are not just inhaling oxygen. You are breathing in centuries of ambition, sacrifice, and perhaps even hubris. The atmosphere is not just air. It is history, condensed into every molecule. You stand still for a moment, heart pounding as you tilt your head back and prepare to inhale. The helmet release clicks, the air rushes in, and suddenly you are part of this alien world. The first breath does not kill you. It fills your lungs with a mixture that tastes strange. There is oxygen, yes, but also something faintly metallic, like the tang of old copper pipes, mixed with a sweetness almost like honey. It is familiar yet unsettling, a reminder that you are no longer on Earth. Your throat tingles, and for a moment you wonder if you have made a mistake. Your ancestors once feared the same thing when crossing oceans. In 1492, sailors on Columbus's ships worried about breathing foreign winds across the Atlantic. They survived, but many explorers after them did not, falling to strange fevers and unseen spores. Now you are repeating that same gamble, only the dice are cosmic. Scientifically speaking, a terraformed planet must have an atmosphere close to Earth's, about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, with trace gases. But perfection is unlikely. Maybe this air has a slightly higher carbon dioxide level, making every breath feel heavier. Maybe the microorganisms floating here are engineered to help sustain the atmosphere, but what if they are not fully compatible with human biology? You ask yourself, are you breathing life or are you breathing danger? And yet, the sensation is almost spiritual. For thousands of years, cultures across Earth treated breath as more than air. The Greeks called it pneuma, the Chinese qi, the Indians prana, the vital energy of life itself. As you breathe on this world, you feel as though you are pulling in not just air, but the spirit of a planet reborn. For a moment, the line between science and mysticism blurs. You can't help but laugh softly. Imagine telling your friends back home, "Yeah, I breathed the soul of an alien world, no big deal." At first, every breath feels like a miracle, but then doubt creeps in. What if the miracle hides a trap? The air fills your lungs, but what about the things you can't see? Microscopic passengers hitching a ride into your bloodstream. Back on Earth, people sneeze at pollen or collapse from peanut dust. Here, one invisible spore could mean the difference between survival and a very short visit to the 25th century. Science reminds us that biology is never simple. Even if the engineers of the 2200s and 2300s worked tirelessly to create a safe atmosphere, evolution does not stop just because we set the rules. Microorganisms adapt, mutate, and thrive. The bacteria they designed to pump out oxygen might also carry proteins your immune system has never seen. Your body could panic, overreact, or worse, decide that your own lungs are the enemy. History whispers warnings too. Think about the Columbian Exchange. When Europeans reached the Americas, they carried diseases like smallpox, wiping out populations that had no immunity. But it was not one-sided. Europeans also encountered syphilis and other strange illnesses. Now replace ocean with space and ship with terraforming project. Suddenly, you realize that every breath could be the start of a new Columbian Exchange between you and an alien world. And then there is the psychological risk. You laugh nervously, wondering if the metallic taste in your throat is real or just your brain panicking. Maybe the air is safe, but your fear tricks you into imagining toxins. Survival in 2400 is not just about lungs, it is about courage, too. If you let fear control you, you will suffocate long before the air does. The question becomes sharper: is the air around you a gift, or a slow-acting poison wrapped in the disguise of life? Breathing is only the first challenge. The real shock comes when you look beyond the horizon and see what humanity has built in the year 2400. Cities gleam under alien suns, domes of glass and towers of living metal that shift their shape like trees in the wind. Entire ecosystems flourish inside massive biodomes, blending Earth's forests with alien flora engineered to glow in the dark. It feels like you have stepped into a science fiction movie. But this is history, your future. Society here is not the same as the one you left behind. By 2400, Earth has become only one piece of humanity's puzzle. Nations are no longer just countries on a map, but networks of colonies spread across multiple planets. Political debates now center on resource rights, from moons of Jupiter or who controls the ice comets drifting in deep space. Imagine arguments in Congress not about taxes, but about who gets to own Saturn's rings. And just as in every age, there are winners and losers. The wealthy elite live in orbital palaces, sipping wine brewed from Martian grapes, while the poor scrape by in oxygen factories on harsh frontier worlds. Terraforming may have expanded humanity's reach, but it did not erase inequality. It magnified it. You can almost hear echoes of ancient Rome, where emperors feasted while peasants starved. History does not vanish. It just changes costumes. Of course, humor still survives. You might stumble upon a glowing neon sign, McMars Burgers, over 1 billion served across the solar system. You laugh at the absurdity, but also realize how human it is. Wherever people go, whether across oceans or across galaxies, they bring with them their hunger, their ambition, and yes, their fast food. As you breathe in this alien air, you understand that survival is more than lungs. It is about adapting to a new social order, one built on ambition, conflict, and dreams. The question is no longer can you breathe, but can you belong? As you wander deeper into this terraformed world, another thought claws at your mind. What if humans were not the first to attempt this transformation? History is filled with mysteries, pyramids that align with stars, ruins that whisper of lost knowledge, legends of gods descending from the heavens. Now, in 2400, standing on alien soil, those myths do not feel so distant. You stumble upon a ridge of stone half buried in the sand. At first, you think it is natural, but the angles are too sharp, the lines too precise. It looks less like geology and more like architecture. Could it be that another civilization, long before humanity's arrival, once tried to bend this planet to its will? If so, what happened to them? Did they succeed and move on? Or did they fail, leaving behind nothing but ruins and warnings? Science would say erosion, tectonic shifts, and coincidence explain everything. But your instincts whisper otherwise. The structure seems to hum faintly, as if vibrating with a memory. You laugh nervously, wondering if you are just breathing too much carbon dioxide. Yet a part of you wants to believe that you are not just an explorer, but an heir to a story written by hands not human. Imagine it, civilizations older than Rome, older than Egypt, not on Earth but among the stars, building, experimenting, and perhaps collapsing under the same ambitions now driving humanity. What if terraforming is not an invention, but a rediscovery? What if humans are simply the next players in a cosmic cycle of creation and ruin? And the real question, if they failed, what warning did they leave for you, hidden in the air you now breathe? The sky darkens as alien clouds swirl overhead, and suddenly the air you once trusted feels heavier. Your chest tightens, and every inhale tastes different. More bitter, less sweet. Panic sets in. Is it your body finally rejecting the atmosphere, or is the planet itself changing the rules in the year 2400? Survival may hinge on a single decision, stay or leave. Your mind races through history. Explorers have always faced moments like this. Shackleton trapped in Antarctic ice, soldiers gasping in the trenches of World War I. Astronauts unsure if Apollo 13 would return. Each faced a choice between pressing forward into the unknown or retreating to safety. And now, here you are, repeating that eternal drama under alien skies. Science tells you that atmospheres can shift. Volcanic eruptions, chemical imbalances, or even microbial blooms could transform breathable air into a toxic soup overnight. Maybe the engineers who terraformed this planet lost control of some system. Maybe the planet itself is fighting back, rejecting the invasion of humanity like a body rejecting a transplant. Your brain fires off questions faster than you can breathe. Do you risk staying, hoping the air will stabilize, or do you flee back to your ship, sealing yourself in sterile recycled oxygen? If you leave, you might survive, but you will never know the secrets buried in this world. If you stay, you might discover wonders, or become just another fossil in the soil. You laugh grimly, realizing survival is not just science. It is a gamble, a roll of dice humanity has always thrown, from crossing deserts to crossing galaxies. The question crashes down on you: will you be the pioneer who adapts, or the cautionary tale others whisper about in classrooms centuries later? You take one final breath, steadying yourself under the alien sky. The air feels uncertain, like it could either cradle you or crush you, and yet you stand tall. This is what it means to be human in 2400, to face the unknown, to gamble with survival, and to dream beyond the limits of Earth. Maybe the air is safe, maybe it is not. Maybe this planet holds wonders waiting to be discovered, or maybe it hides dangers that will make history shiver. But that is the beauty of exploration. You never truly know until you step forward. And in this moment, you realize the question was never just can you breathe, but are you brave enough to try? You look around at the glowing cities, the alien ruins, the flickering stars above, and you laugh softly. This world may be dangerous, but it is also alive. And for now, so are you. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the year 2400. If you enjoyed breathing in this strange vision of the future, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves to wonder about what lies ahead. Now I want to hear from you. If you jumped to a terraformed planet in 2400, would you risk that first breath? Or would you hold your helmet shut, and what topic would you like me to explore next time? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I will be reading them all.